The following program is a SUTV student production. The views expressed are not necessarily those of Salisbury University, the University System of Maryland, its regents, administration, officers, employees, or representatives.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gillian Ditta, and this is SUTV News. A new Maryland law concerning tobacco use went into effect on Tuesday, October 1st. The law raises the age limit of tobacco products, including Juuls and other electronic smoking devices, from 18 to 21 years of age. However, individuals over the age of 18 with an active military ID are excluded from the restriction. The Baltimore Sun reports enforcement of this new law will focus more on sellers rather than buyers, with fines up to $3,000 for violators. Shifting gears to national news, on March 12, 2019, prosecutors in Boston charged 50 people involved with the college bribery scandal. This includes actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. But over time, the size would grow to over 750 families involved in the $25 million scheme. Here's SUTV's Susannah with the story.
From Wake Forest to Georgetown, UCLA to Stanford, every day since March 12th, more and more colleges have been accused of being bribed by famous celebrities such as Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman. Our news has been flooded with the headline, College Bribery Scandal. Now constantly we hear from outraged parents and college officials on what we should do about the problem. But where are the college students? Here I am out on SU's campus to get the scoop on how this scandal has affected the students here. Since you've already told me that you know about the scandals, how did you feel when you first found out about them?
I felt like it was kind of unfair that somebody was able to have the upper hand in going to whatever college they wanted to go to, because other students didn't have that advantage. So I just felt like it was kind of unfair.
So if that were to happen to me, it'd be really upsetting. I think like if I was qualified to get in that college and someone, just because they had a famous parent, got in over me even when they weren't as qualified, it would kind of make me kind of upset. Especially if I'm working really hard to get to that school. Like if I had like really good grades in high school or something, and I did everything well and I didn't get in because of that, it'd be really upsetting. So I just think it'd be really unfair to that person just because they had a famous person. They got in over you.
And have you heard that Felicity Huffman has recently been sentenced to 4 months in prison? And do you feel that justice has been served for her?
I mean, I feel like that's appropriate because it's not like the biggest of crime, but it's still like she needs to be reprimanded for it.
And I do think 4 months is pretty light, honestly, because a lot of kids fight to get into schools and can't, and then you got people bribing to get in. It's messed up.
Lori Loughlin has yet to be sentenced. Do you think she should get the same sentence as Felicity Huffman, or do you think that her sentence should be worse?
I mean, I think it should be the same because they did about the same thing. So, like I said, it's not like the biggest of crime, but she does need to be punished to learn her lesson.
I mean, it all depends on what evidence there is. Like, if evidence is there to convict her, then she should get whatever sentence is appropriate at that point. Most people are going to deny when they get caught and stuff, so that's not terribly surprising, but I just hope that if there's evidence for it, they should get her for, I don't know, whatever seems fair. I guess whatever the cost. 4 years, because 4 years to get your kid through school, 4 years you got to do the time.
I'm Susannah reporting for SUTV News.
Correction, Felicity Huffman was actually sentenced to 14 days of prison. This is an even lesser sentence than the 4 months Susannah mentioned. Lori Loughlin's sentence has yet to be determined. In local news, last Saturday, September 28th, an H2OL car show disrupted citizens of Ocean City. Police received a disorderly call at 4:37 p.m. on the 13th Street and Baltimore Avenue on Saturday, September 28th. When police arrived to the scene to clear the crowd, bottles and rocks were thrown, striking one officer but avoiding serious injury. Mayor Rick Meehan took to Facebook to express his belief that the car show had, quote, the sole purpose to raise havoc in our community, to disrupt our lives and defy law enforcement. We cannot let what happened in Ocean City this weekend define us as a community. This must stop, and it must stop now. Let's head over to Peter for your SU Sports update.
Eagles. I'm Peter Schoff, and this is SUTV Sports. Let's take a look at what happened this past weekend. Salisbury's men's soccer team took a trip to Buena Vista, Virginia, Saturday to take on Southern Virginia University. Dolph Hedgewish put the first goal on the board for Salisbury just 13 minutes into the first half. Southern Virginia's Nick Francis answered, scoring a goal in the 19th minute, leaving the game tied 1-1 going into the second half. In the 52nd minute, Salisbury's Cullen Myers scored the only goal for either team in the final half. Salisbury defeated Southern Virginia, improving their record to 6 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie, and secured their first Capital Athletic Conference win of the year. Salisbury's field hockey team hosted Nguyen Mercy this past Saturday. The Gulls were led by Mackenzie Mitchell, who netted a hat trick, scoring a goal in the 25th, 43rd, and 50th minutes. Rachel Dominico, Tara Daddio, and Allie Davis all scored a goal as well. The 6 goals were more than enough as Salisbury shut out Nguyen Mercy. The 4th-ranked Seagulls improved their record to 8 wins and 1 loss on the year. That's all for this week's sports update. I'm Peter Schoff, and now let's head over to Dalencia for the weather.
Thanks, Peter, and good afternoon. My name is Dalencia Jenkins, and this is SUTV Weather. So we've had a tremendous warm-up in our region over today. As you can probably tell when you're walking back and forth between classes, the entire eastern part, southeastern part of the United States is well into the 90s, some even hitting the triple digits. So let's take a look closer into our Delmarva area. We had 80-degree temperatures at 3 p.m., but it definitely warmed up tremendously towards the end of the afternoon, reaching well into the 90s. And this is our heat index. Heat index is what you actually feel when you walk outside due to the humidity, well into the triple digits down to the south. And here in the Delmarva area, we reached close to those triple digits. So let's look at what's going to happen ahead. So right now we have this cold front that is approaching our region. That's going to bring some warmer or cooler temperatures, into our region towards tomorrow with a few rain showers just to our north. And as this cold front moves through our region, we're going to have a high pressure over the central part of the United States that's going to allow some cool air to come into our region towards Friday, giving us some beautiful skies and nice temperatures. And then on Saturday morning, when we're going out for Seagull Century, you might want to bring a jacket or two, as in the morning it will be significantly colder, but it's going to warm up because we do have those clear skies, so we're going to have a lot of sunshine that day. And then as we go into Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have another cold front that's going to go through our region, giving us a few chances for some showers to take us out of that drought. So let's look at tonight. We have 69 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, 80 degrees with partly sunny skies. And then tomorrow night, clear skies with a temperature of 69. Friday, as we had those clear skies Thursday night, is going to continue on through our weekend. So on Friday, we have temperatures of 75 with a low of 65. Saturday, clear skies as well, 68 with a low of 49. And that's where I say that temperature is going to drop significantly, and we're going to feel that. On Sunday, we'll have partly cloudy skies as that cold front is going across our region, bringing in some moisture with a temperature of 77 and a low of 55. Then here's where that rain will come into our region on Monday with a temperature of 77. Tuesday, we'll have 70s, also rain, and Wednesday, we'll have rain as well with a temperature of 68. That's all for weather. Now we're going to toss it over to Brigid for all things new with Salisbury.
It's time to see what fun events are coming up on campus. I'm Brigid O'Connor, and this is your SUTV Gull Life Update. This week's Gull Life Update is brought to you by SOAP, SU's Student Organization for Activity Planning. It is finally October, and SOAP has the perfect opportunity for you to get into the Halloween spirit. On Saturday, October 26th, SOAP will be having a bus trip to King's Dominion for their Halloween haunt event. Tickets will be $15 and will go on sale at the GSU Info Desk this Friday, October 4th at 9 a.m., so make sure you get one before they sell out. Are you in the mood for a nice laugh? Come check out comedian Dave Temple at SOAP's Comedy Night this Friday, October 4th at 8 p.m. in Gull's Nest, right next to Chick-fil-A. This event is free with your Gull card. Do you love music and have a plan? Well, you're in luck. Schoff has brought in King's at Monday, October 7th at 6 p.m. So grab some food, have a seat in Bistro, and check out Kingsdom for a night of rock music with a hip-hop twist. And that's all for your Gull Life update. I'm Brigid O'Connor. Back to you, Gillian.
Thanks, Brigid. Well, that wraps up our SUTV newscast for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, I'm Gillian Ditta for SUTV News, your station, your story.